Best celebrity cook, Patti LaBelle.
Oh, yeah. Give it to Patty. Give it to Patty.
Hi cuties, Sierra here. And as you guys know, I love to cook. And by cook, I really like to make cocktails. And by cocktails, I have one signature drink that's tequila and like a sparkling water. I don't know if it's gonna taste the same every single time, but we just make it work and we go with the flow and it's fine. And you'll like it. And it's gonna taste good. It tastes good every time, I swear. My guest today is the best cook that I know, and no stranger to a viral moment. Today's guest is Kalen Allen. He is a viral food critic, one of my dearest friends, and always tells me when my ankles are ashy, which we love. Hi, Kalen.
Hi.
I have to start with saying, you were like my work bestie. I feel like I was basically like living a life where I would get blackout like every single night. No one knew that I was doing it on work nights. Then you came along and we just really hit it off.
Did you say you were blacking out?
Okay, blacking out might be dramatic, but I was like, I'm a fun girl.
Jesus Christ. First of all, I didn't know you was blacking out every night. Do not tell people that I was privy to that knowledge, because I was not. Second of all, I knew you had a couple of loose screws, you know.
What?
Sierra used to be spiraling on a daily basis.
I feel like I'm like dying and you're like, oh my God, TBT to Sierra.
Let me answer the question. I was like, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns.
I'm like, wait, we're cutting this? What do you even mean by that?
You don't know that reference?
No,
Taylor
Taylor Swift.
Forget it.
Taylor Swift.
Okay, great gowns, beautiful gowns.
I thought Sierra, very nice girl, very nice girl.
You are so expressive, but you're so authentically yourself. How do you stay grounded in that, working in entertainment?
I don't care about the fluff, because at the end of the day, I know what my strength is, I know my talents, I know what I'm capable of, and I know what somebody won't give to me, I'll get it for myself.
For people who don't know you, like just give us a little overview about who you are, what you do, and then
I just noticed my bottom lip is mighty ashy.
I texted Camille right before this. I said, we need to add to Kalen's intro that he always lets me know when my ankles are ashy. So I am screaming.
I am a professional Beyonce specialist. I am a digital creator and television personality, mostly known for my food reaction videos called Kalen Reacts, or as a talent correspondent on the Ellen Degeneres Show.
Like, you literally had a viral video and now you're hosting a Food Network show. Are you just shocked?
The majority of my dreams and goals I've accomplished. So now everything else that I do is kind of a bonus and only a way to expand. Everything that I do is for the purpose of representation and visibility. How does this help the community? How does this help better my people for the purpose of being able to open up doors and to allow the space for them to go through?
One thing I love about this friendship is this industry is tough, and it's very tough if you're a person of color. Having someone that's doing something similar, that I respect everything that you say to me, and I hope that you respect me too. Who are some people that you like to keep around you, specifically in this industry, that keep you grounded, other than me?
It would be.
I have a tendency to not want to be friends or be close to people that do what I do. I think a lot of times, especially if you are a person of color, you're always put against people. I already lived my life. I don't want to live yours too. So I like to hear different experiences and different cultures. And I also think that my content is primarily based off of human experience. I need to surround myself with as much of a diverse group of people as I can, because that is where the comedy is born out of. If I'm around a whole bunch of people that look like me, that think like me, that do the same thing as me, that's boring.
What is endgame for you? What do you want to do at the end of all of this?
I want an empire. I want what Ellen has. The ability to know that you are set for life and all you have to do is come up with ideas that bring a little bit of joy and entertainment to the world. I know I want a talk show. I know I want a cookbook. I know I want a game show. I know I want a sitcom or some type of scripted show. I know I want to produce. I know I want to direct. I know I want to act. I know I want to write. And I plan to do every single thing.
When you say you want to build an empire, I mean, I kind of have the same feeling. My mom she's from Jamaica, immigrant, literally had like no concept of higher education when she first got here. My dad has like 7 siblings and
But they were also in the Olympics. So don't sit here and try and downgrade your parents because they were in the Olympics.
what I'm saying is my mom literally was adopted, came from Jamaica, had to learn all of this stuff, and fortunately, sports gave her an opportunity to, you know, better her life and to get an education, and like same thing for my dad. But I see how much my parents care about setting up me and my brother. Why does like building that empire, what does that mean to you? What does that look like?
For instance, you asked me a question, you'd be like, who keeps me grounded, or who do I surround myself? That's why I was like, are you talking about in present day? Because if you were going to ask me about growing up, I was going to say no one, because there was no one that I could look at that identified as I did or looked like me that I could be like, oh, that's what I can be. And so my hope is to be that beacon of light, that beacon of hope, and that beacon of proof that anything is possible. I want to start a foundation, and I want to start a scholarship for it. And I'm like, well, how do I do that? How do I make that possible? You know? So even something that small of always figuring out, how do I lay the tracks for other people to just have to get on the train?
How do you stay grounded in not only the content that you're making, but like making sure that other people care about it too?
Constantly always growing and reinventing myself. I never stop feeding into what always worked from the beginning. You gotta make people miss you sometimes. It's more important to focus on quality than it is quantity. And also, I'm not driven by the money. I'm driven by the impact. What am I doing? Why am I doing it? And why does it matter? And how is it impacting the world?
Something that you've said to me before is, if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth it.
I tend to do things that make me uncomfortable. I like to be challenged, and things that are too easy just don't feel worth doing to me. I also will always bet 100% on myself. You grow more from the difficult things. You learn more, you know? And the quicker you learn and the quicker you grow, the longer you can last.
I really hope that a lot of younger people or people in the entertainment industry that are trying to make it that look like us know you have to take chances on yourself. The times that I've spent money that I didn't have, not saying that everyone should do that, I have always seen rewards from it. You have to prove to yourself that you can do all the stuff that you want to do. Other people aren't always gonna do that for you, and it is fucking hard sometimes to do it. That is a great segue to get into dating, because I have that same mentality where if things aren't hard, it's not worth it, which is a little toxic. What is your dating experience like?
Girl, non-existent. I saw a tweet where somebody talked about if you look at dating as something just to check off of your list, then you won't be successful in it. And I was like, maybe that's me. I was like, you know, I'm like, okay, I got a career, I got a dog, I got a home. What do I not have? A man. I feel like I was maybe rushing to try and find that last piece of the puzzle. There has not been one time that I've dated someone and they have not said to me at one point or the other that they didn't want to live in my shadow.
Ugh.
Especially as women, if you are successful, you are supposed to tone down. You're supposed to make yourself small for a man. So I was raised by 2 women. My mother was an alpha woman, and I think a lot of times I started to feel as though because of what I did and my success, I needed to turn myself down. Like I was weaker than I was, you know, to help somebody else's ego. I don't need to keep compromising. It's like that video with Eartha Kitt, and she's like, compromise?
Yeah.
What is that?
Wouldn't you want to compromise?
Attract people and entertain people who are not threatened by our greatness.
There was a point in my life where I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna hide who I am just so this person can like me. And now I'm like, bitch, you're gonna see all this shit. You're a low-key guy, but do you have any bad dating stories?
There was a point in time where I supported a man, did everything for him. I mean, built websites, got, you know, connected him with people. He told me how nobody ever cared about what he liked when it came to gifts and stuff like that. And he would go all out for people and they would never do anything. For Christmas, He was talking about how he was about to start his own business and we had made his website. You know what? For a new chapter in your book, you need a new book. So I got him a MacBook Air for Christmas.
This hurts me. I like gritting my teeth.
My birthday is 2 weeks after Christmas. First of all, he forgot my birthday, even though he says he didn't. I still believe that he did. Second of all, he got me lotion.
I'm sorry. I cannot believe I just laughed.
You sat and told me how people treated you, and you turned around and treated me the way that you said you didn't like to be treated.
Hurt people hurt people. Like, I know that's so fucking cliche to say, but oof.
Because when I confronted him about missing the birthday, he called me a brat. And he told me that I was only upset because I was alone on my birthday.
I love to give so much of myself to people, and people will take advantage of that. And when you're that kind of person, you're almost like literally drawn to people that will take advantage of it, and they're drawn to you.
Right, okay, let me talk about it, because it's trauma bonding. I seem to always attract the same type of man. People will be like, well, you never go for the people that actually like you. Maybe it's because what I'm attracted to is actually the pain.
You have this idea of like something that's worth it, like I have to work for it.
Because when something is easy, you're like, oh, this can't be right.
I will literally be talking to someone that's like so normal and like will tell me I'm pretty and like buy me things, and I'm like, something's off. Like, what's up with this?
Right.
Like, I'll be like, he's a freak.
Oh, this is getting deep. Because even though he had gave me that lotion, I still loved him with every ounce of my being. Still been there at a snap.
Right.
And that was the moment that I knew I had gone too deep. We also expect people to be like us.
Oh, 100%. You can't be mad at someone for, one, not liking you back, or like for not loving you how you need to be loved.
Most guys like the thought of me. They like the aesthetic of it.
I relate to that.
Not actually who I am.
How have you struggled with that, or found that balance, or found people that are able to understand the perception of you but also know the reality of you?
When you're a quote unquote a comedian, or you do things that are funny, people tend to not want to take you seriously. The comedy is a performance. But when you at my house, I barely watch comedies. Like, I've been here watching Lovecraft Country and dramas and Scandal and stuff, you know?
Whenever I hang out with you, I feel like a child, and I feel like you're the adult. Like, I just want to be so silly around you, mainly because I know it'll get a reaction out of you. You are like so amazing. I'm so happy that you did this. Thank you for being here.
Of course, anytime. How could I not?
I really appreciate you. Is there anything that you want to share? Anything that you want to plug? Where can people find you?
You know, you can find me everywhere at the Kalen Allen. Watch Cake-a-Likes on Discovery Plus.
Oh my God, wait, before you go. Best celebrity cook, Patti LaBelle?
Oh, yeah. Give it to Patty. Give it to Patty.
Oh my God, okay, thank you so much. Thanks for being a Not to Make This About Me guest. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the like YouTube things. And there will be a new video next week. And I will see you then. If you don't come back, I'll freak out. I will freak out on you. I'll cry. Milo's wilding out. Milo said it's been an hour. Someone fucking play with me.
Milo!